Anyways, it is what it is, right?
Welcome to the One Mental Breakdown Later podcast.
We're your hosts, Maria, Kait, and Mads.
Sit back, relax, and enjoy the shit show.
Okay, we're recording.
All right. Welcome to the best podcast you're ever going to listen to in your life.
Don't put that expectation on us yet.
We are One Mental Breakdown Later, and we're going to be talking about how we met today and things about us and what we're going to be talking about in this podcast. Maria, take it away.
Okay, so I think we should just start it off by introducing ourselves. I'm Maria. I'm 18 years old, and I live in Mexico.
I'm Mads. I am 22 years old, and I live in Philadelphia in the United States.
And my name is Kait, and I'm from New Jersey. I'm 20 years old, and yeah, pretty much from the U.S.
Okay, let's talk about how we met, because obviously we live in different places, and we did not meet in person. We've never met in person. We're just online friends.
Yeah, how did we meet, Maria? What was the occurrence of how we met?
Well, we met through this app. You might have heard of it. It's TikTok. It's a very weird story. Basically, there's this creator called Dayton, and he did a Zoom with like some of his followers, and we all just happened to be one of the 20 people who got to join that Zoom. And then everything kind of like went from that. We did more Zooms, and then we found out that we were the same person, and we've been talking
the same person in different fonts.
Literally.
Yeah, exactly.
And then I don't know, we've just been Zooming every 2 days.
We try to be as in real life friends as possible with the distance involved. Like Kait said earlier, she's from New Jersey, which is not far from Philadelphia. So we're hoping to plan something up. And then Maria has family that live close to us. So we're hoping that with time and when everything kind of settles down in the world, then we can like meet up in person and just like continue this friendship.
It's like actually a really funny story though, because like the internet is such a big place. So considering that like we're so close now and like that we're actually like doing this podcast and like we talk all the time, and like it's just really interesting to me because again, we are the same person in different fonts, but like we're also so different in like many ways. But the fact that we all click together just like amazes me. I'm just like so happy to have met these people. Like you don't even know.
Yeah, and also like we've only known each other for a little bit over a month. I think it'll be 2 months, like September 15 or something.
Oh, she remembers our anniversary date.
Oh,
how cute.
So it's weird how good we get along with just the little amount of time that we know each other. I feel like we've been friends for years.
I would say we're even like, just from my personal experiences, I feel like you guys are closer to me than some of my friends that I've been friends with for like years, like 10 plus years of friendship. I feel like I'm closer to you guys in a month than I am with them.
Yeah, like I was able to bring down my walls very quickly with you guys. Think like something that I haven't been able to do with other people.
I agree. It's so much easier talking to people. Like, I don't know. It's easier talking to you guys, I guess, because even though we know each other like relatively well now, like the people I've known my whole life don't know who I am, like fresh off the like plate. Like this is me at a 20-year-old rather than me being 15 years old. I'm such a different person. I've grown so much since then, and I'm sure you guys have too. So like meeting people fresh and new, like in the time frame that I am in my life right now, it's just like so refreshing to just have these people that know me from like who I am now, you know?
Yeah, exactly. And we didn't meet each other with all of like the bias and like people's stories about you and like rumors. It was completely like a blank piece of paper, and we're just filling it out with what our conversations.
I couldn't think of the word. Thank you. Blank piece of paper. But like I meant like fresh start. Like who I like
Yeah.
who am I?
I was like thinking about another term, but I just couldn't come up with it. And I was like, just go with another analogy.
I think maturity has something to do with it too. I think a lot of people use social media for different reasons, and like we weren't searching for this, it just kind of happened. But our maturity level has like made it easier for us to progress as friends.
Yeah, true. I agree. So
Okay, so let's get into the topic of what is this podcast? who are these three random girls trying to make a podcast? Madison, you could take it away. You would probably know a lot more than I do because I just said wing it, but
Yeah, that's gonna be definitely a theme throughout this podcast, is just winging things. We have no idea what we're doing. But basically going back to how we became friends and started, is we just started zooming all of the time, and we thought, why not record it, look back. I'm sure some people can relate to our different stories, and hopefully you guys enjoy some of the crazy BS that goes on in our lives. But yeah, I feel like a lot of people are going to be able to relate, because we're in that like weird time now where it's like we don't know what we're doing, but we have a plan, but we don't really have a like big plan. I don't know the word, like
we don't have an understanding of what we're doing.
exactly.
Yeah.
We're
The great thing is
supposed
that we're like all different ages too. Like
yeah.
Maria's 18, I'm 20, and like Mads, you're 22. Like we're all in kind of not so far apart, but we all have like we're in different stages of our lives. Like Maria's finishing like high school, and like I'm taking a year off of college. Like Mads, you're like doing like you're in school.
I'll graduate next year.
Yeah. So we're just like, we're all different people.
Yeah. I feel like a lot of people will be able to relate to our stories, and because we are so young, we're not saying that we have any like valuable advice. So please don't take our advice for things. I don't want to be
Oh
responsible
my God,
for anything.
please don't.
I don't want to be responsible for anything.
The reason
As
why
we
this is
say,
called One
not as
Mental
we do.
Breakdown Later.
Exactly.
That's why it's called this. Like, we don't really know. We don't have any idea. Like Mad said, we don't have any idea of what we're doing. We're just doing this because we're three friends from like not around the globe, but like three different like
North
places.
America.
Yeah, two from America, one from Mexico. But yeah, the reason why it's called One Mental Breakdown Later is because like we are a shit show. We don't know what we're doing.
Yeah, this podcast is more for like you guys to know that there are other people around the world feeling and experiencing the same things. Maybe you can learn from our experiences. I don't know. And we're definitely still learning and growing ourselves. So yeah, we're gonna talk about very different things. We're thinking different subjects like social media, mental health, body image, boy problems, friends problems, school stress. So basically anything that an 18-year-old, 20-year-old, and 22-year-old experience.
And if this gets like a not like a large following, but if we get a few viewers like who want to ask us questions too, you can leave them in the comment section. Like we will have an episode where we just kind of respond to what you guys want to talk about and what topics you think are important to like say on this podcast. Like we're listening to you and we're just telling you our experiences. We're not trying to like push things onto you. We just kind of want to take everything from everywhere, like all of our different experiences and your experiences and questions and anything.
Yeah, exactly. I would actually be really interested in like hearing people's feedback on our different podcasts, and hopefully like their stories out there similar to ours, and that feedback is going to be really interesting and really cool to read.
I agree.
I said yeah, but I was on mute.
Yeah, so did I. I was like, I hit agree, and then I was like, nope. I do think though that like the one thing that we, at least personally, like I want to get across is it's not just us talking. Like you guys are very much a part of this conversation, even though we can't see you now. Like any comments that you want us to talk about, it's very much valid for us to take that. And if we don't know anything about it, obviously we're trying to learn from you guys learn from us. Like that's what life basically is just a learning experience.
That's a very good way to put it. And also we are going to have some special guests on this podcast. It depends on who we really want to like have with our audience and like who's going to put in good impactful words on our podcast. Like it's not going to be just someone random. Depending on if we want our viewers to come in, but you guys are going to be just as much as friends as we are, because again, we met over a TikTokers live. Like that's crazy to me. That's insane. He just randomly wanted to do a Zoom one day, and then out of it, like we became the most close, which is just like, again, it's an amazing experience.
Yeah.
And anything can happen. Any of our viewers could start being our friends, and who knows, they can join our Zooms whenever they would want to, please.
Crazy to think about still.
Yeah, because I also like never joined people's lives, and I just decided to like join his live that day. And I was like just about to take a shower too, because I had just finished working out. So the timing was just perfect. And I was like, oh, I'll join his live. Let's see what he's up to. And then I don't know, it was so like the coincidence is crazy.
What's also crazy is that like I wasn't even, I mean, I was gonna join, I think, but when I don't know, it was just like kind of I was a little nervous. Like
Oh,
I
me
was just
too.
like I was like,
Same.
how is this gonna turn out? Like I don't want it to be weird. Like I don't want it to have weird vibes because I hate when things are like it's like pressure on anyone. And must have been a lot of pressure on him. But like I think we vibed pretty well with everyone there.
Yeah,
But yeah,
we stayed in touch with like a couple of other girls too. It was just
yeah.
that us three got very close.
Shout out to them.
Shout out to them. They know
Shout
who they
out.
are.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
know who
you
they
know who
are.
you are.
Yeah, Madison and I started vibing because we have the same taste in music. There's this song called Pasta by a group called New Rules. If you haven't listened to it, listen to it because I'm still obsessed with it over a month. And that song just became a whole thing in our group.
You guys are their promotional team. Like they owe
Yeah.
you like money,
A
royalties.
Yeah.
lot of it. Yeah.
New Rules, if you're listening to this, I'm expecting a PR package, okay?
Yeah, can you send me to one too? I like that song, Emily. There you
This
go.
is just this is not sponsored by them. Like they're actually saying this. I just want to say that right now.
Oh yeah, definitely not sponsored. If we were sponsored, this would be a very different setup in the back.
But actually on his Zoom that he did, me and Maria started talking in the chat of Zoom during when everybody else was talking. And I was
Yeah.
like, this girl is gonna be so cool. We're gonna be best friends.
I didn't
Aw.
even know that. You guys never told me that.
Yeah, because he asked us what our favorite song was, and Madison went first. And I don't remember what song you said, but it was by New Rules. And I was like, oh my God, this girl listens to New Rules too. And then I said Pasta. And then we just started talking through the private chat in Zoom, and we shared social media. And then I was like, okay, she also likes Why Don't We? That's cool. That's cool.
There was a few different like movies and shows. We started talking about Stranger Things and Outer Banks, all while
Yeah.
this guy is zooming like with like 18 other people. Me and Maria are just like in our own world talking about different things. And then like he would like ask us questions and we'd be like, wait, what?
Wait,
Yeah.
what were we talking about?
I
Yeah.
missed like half of the conversations. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely after that Zoom, I
can
was
remember.
closest to Madison. And then Caitlin, you didn't join like the first couple of Zooms until I was like, Caitlin,
I
join.
wasn't invited.
Yes, you were.
No, I was not. And then you guys were like, oh, we had a Zoom like a few weeks ago, right? And I go, we did?
Yeah, you
And
were on
then,
the group
then I
chat.
started including myself. Then I
Yeah.
started including myself.
I was like, Caitlin, you have to join. And then I don't know, we just vibed.
Yeah, and then
honestly.
I started talking to Maria, I think, and then she added me into the group chat with you and
A
her.
bunch of other girls. Yeah.
Yeah, and then like then we all separated like into a texting group chat, and then we were just like, oh, I like these people.
Let's do our own Zoom. See what happens.
Yeah, it was interesting.
Maria teaches me Spanish from time to time. I learned what ICIC actually meant. So, oh,
That's a funny
also,
story.
yeah, also, Maria knows the 50 states better than I do. And she's
Yeah.
from Mexico, and I am from the US. So, what does that really say about the education? No, never mind. I'm not gonna get into it.
I cannot name 5 places in Europe. It's fine. We all know where we stand in this group, and that's what's important.
We all know who's the smartest here.
It's not me. That's
It's
for
not
sure.
me.
That competition was really funny. I didn't get all 50 states, but I got a little bit more than you. And
You
then
literally got 48. I got like 39.
no, but a couple of them weren't states. I don't remember which ones I got mixed up. Also, for any Americans out there listening, if someone asks you in Spanish, "How are you?" do not respond así así. It does
Don't
not
say
mean
así, así. You say más o menos.
exactly. It does not mean I'm doing all right. So does not mean that.
If any of my Spanish teachers are listening, you hear that? Hear that loud and clear?
I laughed so much when you responded like that.
Yeah, and I was like, what did I say wrong? Jeez. Okay. And you know what? Let's talk about why did we start this podcast? I feel like we kind of got into it, but we didn't really, we just got into the topics.
Oh,
We're
yeah.
gonna be like
We
talking
got
about.
sidetracked.
Sorry.
That's gonna happen a lot.
That's gonna happen a lot. We're gonna edit a lot out.
Yeah. Okay, so let's get back on track, why did we start that podcast? I just remember I went downstairs while we were on Zoom, and I came back and I was heard that you guys were talking about a podcast, and I was just like, oh my gosh, I wanted to start a podcast for like the longest time, but I don't know how that conversation actually started.
I was telling Kate that I did a podcast class at my different school that I go to now. And I was like, I really wanted to start one, but like nobody wanted to do it with me. And like, how are you going to do a podcast? A podcast is basically like talking to somebody. How are you going to do it by yourself without like not having the people around you want to do it? So like I was telling Kate, I was like, I wanted to start one. She was like, I want to start one. So I was like, let's do it.
And then
Yeah, and
I
I
came
did
back.
have a podcast like by myself when I was in high school, and I was re-listening to the episodes, and I was like, yeah, you know what, this is kind of weird. I would always just have like guest stars on it, but you know what, I'm like, with this at least, not one of us is like the main focus, but like it's just friends talking, which I love. Like it's not gonna be like staged or anything, like it's just us talking.
Yeah, this is literally you guys listening in on girl talk. Like that's basically it.
Which I don't know which way you want to take that, but we talk about girl talk is basically we talk about everything. Like it's
Yeah.
we don't hold back. It's
Yeah.
That's what girl talk is. We
Yeah,
don't hold
and
back on anything.
sometimes I personally don't think before I speak. So I'm gonna apologize for that from the beginning.
Oh yeah, let's apologize in advance because I also do the same thing. I don't think before I speak. But nothing
Yeah.
bad. I just say stupid things. I'm just like, is Delaware a state?
We actually started talking about what we could talk about in the podcast, and we like brainstormed some ideas. Some of those were like talk about music, but then I thought we were gonna run out of episodes by like episode number 3. So that's why we decided on like this topic. And yeah, I mean, I think I'm speaking for all of us right now. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think we're all kind of advocates for mental health. And I think that a big part of that is knowing that you're not alone. So hopefully sharing our experiences helps you in some way.
Yeah, and I think going back to it too, it's like we were already talking, having these conversations, just the 3 of us, and we were just brainstorming like, hey, why not let other people listen because they'll probably relate to it in some way. And if you don't relate to like one topic we do, maybe the next topic you will understand.
Mental health is such a wide topic that you could talk about. Like there are so many elements to mental health. I've been an advocate since day one. Like I personal experiences, and you guys, if you are similar, mental health has been such a huge impact on my life and how I think about myself and how I think other people perceive me. So having like people you could trust is such a big thing. And we're just like, think of us as 3 friends, like 3 more friends that you could have on your side. Like if you guys want to talk to us about anything, our social medias will be in the links. Feel free to reach out.
Yeah, I like how you said that mental health is has like different things to it. And I think again, one of the bare minimum things is being able to relate to someone else. And we're obviously going to get into all the different topics of mental health in different episodes. We have some friends that have gone through some things as well, and that we can bring on the podcast. And yeah, I feel like that's one of the main reasons we started the podcast. Another one, as Madison says, we're already talking every night, so why not share some things to the internet? And I don't know, I mean, I guess also spread awareness about some stuff. If something happens around the world, we can also talk about it. I personally like to stay informed. I think it's very important to spread awareness about some things.
Yeah, I agree. I like to stay informed on a lot of topics, but especially now with everything going on, it's like so insane that to even have friends from different states, like that's insane, because I feel like I haven't left like my state in so long. It's just like, and Maria, you're in a different country. That's insane. We don't know the experiences that are happening in Mexico the same way that we know the experiences that are happening in the US. Like it's all different.
And also like it's also crazy how even though we're from different countries, personally we go through the same things. Like it doesn't matter where you're from. Personally, you go through the same friend drama, school drama. I would also like to point out how I was in New Jersey a week before meeting Caitlin. Literally the town over her.
Yep. Small world.
I was
Oh,
in
well,
New
there's
York when she was in. No, you were there a week before me, and then I went. And when we told each other that Maria was in Jersey and New York, I was like, why didn't we do this Zoom with him like a week and a half before that? Because then we could have met up.
I know. Like,
Yeah, let's put the blame on him.
yeah, 100%. Blame him.
100%.
Yeah.
Dang it.
Crazy how the universe works. Like, the universe already knew we were going to meet each other. Why not speed it up a little bit and be able to meet each other in person? Crazy.
Yeah, right. But when you told me that it was a town over, I was like, that's just like oddly coincidental. I can't speak English.
That word.
Whatever that word is, coincidental. Is that a word? See, I don't think before I speak. It was a
Don't ask me.
coincidence.
Coincidentally is a word.
It was a little coinky dink.
So I would like to hear back from you guys in this podcast. Do you have any online friends? And where are they from? Are you from different states, different countries, different sides of the world? You're on
Different
mute.
planets.
Imagine.
I hit it and then it doesn't let me unmute. Never mind.
This
The
is
joke
gonna be
is
a problem
over.
for Kate. It's gonna be a problem. She's gonna get frustrated very quickly with this mute and unmute thing. I can already tell.
I'm not used to being silent.
You're not used to being muted.
Yeah, right? It's just weird.
I also want to hear from you guys what you think so far. What can we work on? What can we improve? What do you like about the podcast so far?
Share it with your friends, you know. Also, don't come out our audio because we are on Zoom. Again, as we said, we are not living in the same city.
I was gonna say no hate comments, please. I'm sensitive.
You'll give us another breakdown and we're just not ready for that yet.
Oh god, I'm so not ready for that. I'm so not ready.
But regardless of like comments or whether it's a positive thing or a negative thing, this is just like we're trying to build a positive community doing this. It's not blaming anybody. It's not telling you how to live your life or what you should think or do. This is just personally what we've went through and our stories meeting online that we hope can relate to you guys in some way.
Yeah, we want to create a very positive environment. And we're going to try to share like positive things in this podcast, even though sometimes the topics might be a little bit heavy. Hopefully, most topics of conversation have like a positive outcome. And like hairstyle says, spread kindness, treat people with kindness. I think we all live by that. So be kind to each other in the comments. And also feel free to, I mean, personally, I don't know about Kayla and Madison, but if I say something wrong, feel free to correct me. Like I'm trying to learn. I'm open to constructive criticism. I take that very well. Like I love to learn. If I say something wrong, I like to be corrected. I think you don't grow and become a better person if you stay in the same place. So be positive in the comments, share kind comments between all of you guys. And if you want to educate us on something, I'm open to it.
I'm also very open to it.
Yeah, I am.
I can't stress this enough. We are 3 random like girls on the internet. Like we're not just like we're not saying
professionals
stuff. And we're not professionals either. But I feel like a podcast doesn't really have to be professional. We're not trying to be like idols to anybody. We're just 3 normal people and we're just trying to like give our experiences to people who could relate. And you know, if we are going to talk about heavy topics, we'll put a trigger warning.
Oh yeah, of course.
And also when we have our mental health topic like episode, we'll put the links to everything that you can have outlooks to and reaching like hotlines and stuff like that in the US, in Mexico, wherever you're really from.
Yeah. Like every episode, check out the description because we are going to be leaving some links according to like the different topics that we're talking about. Our social media is always going to be there.
I also think going back to what Kate said, we're just trying to be allies for anybody that's listening. We're on your side. So don't think that we're doing this for views. We don't want to be famous off of this. We don't want to be idols from it. It's just 3 people continuing a conversation that we personally feel like should be talked about. And like both of the girls said, we will put trigger warnings, but at the end of the day, we're just trying to be on your side.
And
Yeah.
at the end of the day, it's like even if we don't, like, I'm manifesting that we are gonna get a large following just to have people that we could, you know, like advocate to and talk about our experiences. But even if it reaches one person, like that's enough for me.
Same.
It doesn't matter who we reach. It doesn't matter like who, like what they're going, like it matters what they're going through, but they can just always have a faith in us and they can have like trust in us.
Agreed.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
I think we all want to have a positive impact, and if we have a positive impact on one person, it's going to be as important to us as reaching thousands of people.
That is
it's gonna-
definitely what I meant to say, but I'm not good with words. So listen to Maria. I don't think. So
Yeah.
that's what I
And
meant to
that,
say.
my friends, again, is an example of why Maria is the smartest one in this group.
She says all the words I mean to say. I just can't form
Exactly.
sentences for some reason.
She just takes the words right out of our mouth.
That's what I do. You know, that's why I'm here in this podcast, to form
To
your
babysit
thoughts.
us? To babysit us? Yeah, I
Babysit
agree.
us. Yep, that's pretty much what it is. That was a great way of summing it up.
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be just as fulfilling for us to reach one person as it is gonna be reaching hundreds or thousands of people. So I think that's gonna be the end of this episode. I think we've been rambling for over 30 minutes.
Yep.
Our episodes are
Definitely
gonna,
rambling for sure.
Yeah.
Definitely.
which is what you're gonna find in our podcast. We don't have any sort of script. I think our episodes are mainly going to be like from 30 to 40 minutes. And right now you can find us on YouTube. We're trying to get on Spotify, but at this moment, I'm not really sure if we're going to be able to do that. But make
But
sure
just
to,
come back here to YouTube when you're listening.
yeah.
For now, and if we do make it onto Spotify, we will let you guys know as soon as possible.
Yeah,
So
check
we
out
do
that
film
description.
every Sunday. Sunday night we film, we record, and then every Wednesday will be our upload date. So keep an eye out. Put that little ringy bell on. I don't really know. It's just
Yeah.
a bell, right?
So
Notifications.
if you're interested in our podcast, make sure to subscribe to this channel. Click the notification bell so that you get notified each time that we upload on Wednesdays. And check out the description to know if we're on Spotify yet. If not, check out our next episode and see what is the update on that. Our Instagrams and TikToks are going to be in the description if you guys want to reach out. And I think that's it.
Yeah, that sounds good. All right, let's do our little goodbyes. Bye, everyone.
Okay.
Thank you for
Bye.
Thank you for listening. We'll talk to you guys next week. Bye.
Bye.